So as you can see, the DreamCatcher is up. I didn't realize the DreamCatcher has been up this whole time until I went to go look for it pursuant to the last video. And it's up. Anyway, okay, so let's get to this. I just want to share with people that when people say that money is energy, it really is. But I'm going to kind of step into, I think, is what is uncharted territory, because I haven't seen anybody say what I'm about to say. I don't think money got anything to do with spirit. Meaning, I don't think it operates in the same way. I think it is definitely an energy from what I've been able to understand. The more that we use our energy as human beings, I think the more we run into that energy that is money, or we open up the energy around us that is money so it can flow that much more forcefully, that much more obviously, so that it just pops up in our lives. But I do not believe that money is about you engaging money like it is a spirit. Meaning, that doesn't mean I don't believe that you don't engage money. I do believe you engage money, but I don't think it operates according to the same parameters that spiritual entities operate. I just think it kind of is like, oh, you done opened up this channel. Let's get the flowing. Do you feel what I'm saying? And I think that is different. Now, let me get back to this again. When I was talking about the couple coming to a place that got me to understand that there's more than one way of getting things done on this planet, right? As far as how we see things, that not everything is an herbal remedy. Some people want the conventional, they want the medicine, they want the mainstream, which is fine. The reason that I got there, because I happened to bump into a couple that was fully in love. They were very happy. They met because they were taking care of their spouses at the time, taking them back and forth to their appointments, and they consequently buried their spouses. They got to know each other, they fell in love, and they got married. Shortly after they got married, one of them was discovered, it was becoming apparent that one of them was actually sick, with potentially what the other spouses had already died of. And the fear that I saw in the spouse was so palpable. The need to cut it out of the body of the spouse that had this disease was so apparent. There was no, we not taking no slow way. I think if you remember, Steve Jobs said in the end he wished he had kind of done it the conventional way, but he did it the herbal way. I think he did then take on some things that were more conventional, but it is what it is at that point. This couple, when I saw that, I got the point of people get to choose what they're going to do. And there is no judgment. We can't, I'm sorry, I'm always doing this when I'm on camera, but I'm always seeing things where I'm like, oh, and puff here and do this, and the love of an afro. Anyway, I got to see in that moment, there is no one way to get things done. And that we all come here to experience what we came to experience. And the way in which we experience it is just that. So please understand that when I come here and I talk to y'all, and I primarily do all of this talking right here at YouTube. I'm at TikTok a lot. I am. But TikTok is kind of that guy go in and I drop. Here I'm coming to bring some knowledge I've been thinking on for a minute. The reason why I'm talking about money being an energy is energy. That was an energy I felt from that woman or that man in that field. I was working in the medical field at the time. In that office, when they came in with their spouse, I had felt this energy. I was working in a veterinary hospital at one point for a school. I felt this energy over the phone talking to people about their pets that were sick. Their pets that apparently took on energy, and their pets took an energy on that really they kind of started with, but they took it on, and the person was allowed to live out their life and achieve a major goal behind what they saw the connective of their animal taking on an illness that they started with. Very interesting. I've seen some things, okay? I'm just saying. So when I come here and I talk to you and I realize and I say to you, the magic of life is magical, but it's also very mundane. The fear of life is very real, but it can also be seen. And once you see it, you almost make a different decision if you so choose. If you choose to remain engaged with the fear, you're going to continue to move in the way that you've been moving. But when you realize that there may be a person behind the curtain and it ain't quite fear, it's something else, you change how you handle things. So I'm saying to you right now in this moment, money is truthfully an energy. I noticed that a while ago. But when people say it, it sounds so amorphous. It sounds so like, oh, it's just floating around. Money's you, right? Like, what exactly does that mean, right? And so I encourage you to really write the words out, to get out the energy, which are the words, the thoughts. That's an energy. Get that out on the paper and start looking at it. Write it in a search engine and see what articles come back. You would be amazed how it bounced back and forth with you and comes to you and gives you answers, and you like, what? Could be in a book that you already got. Something quickly gotten on Kindle or on Apple Books or something like that. And you will see the energy bouncing off of you. You will see, I put this thought out there, the answer came back to me very quickly. That's different than entertaining or dealing with your friends, with your energies. That's different than going back and finishing a short story with the characters in it. That's energy. And that's wholly different than sitting down in devotion to a spirit, which is energy. This is a process that's kind of around you, almost like a wormhole. But think of it like water that sends you from place to place. And the bigger that you play with this energy, the more that you tell, like I'm telling you, it's like a wormhole that's wrapped around you. But like it flows you from place to place. It flows you from your bedroom to your kitchen for coffee in the morning because you bought it. It flows you from the bed to the shower to the clothes to the coffee store because you're getting ready to go buy it. It flows you. You are always flowing with money. Money is not something that you're kind of waiting on. And the fact that we've gotten to the point that we think we are actually waiting on it is this current time where they got control over your money. This And not only that, please hear me. People are gonna hear this and go, yeah, well, you get up and you walk to that coffee store and you ain't got no money, you ain't gonna get no coffee. So where's your flow then? I'm gonna tell you right now where your flow is. It's in your bad attitude. Because part of it is your attitude. You're going to bring to you something that's going to drop some coffee in your hands. You either already have it, you might have some money, you might not have the money. There was a young lady who I saw on TikTok. Perfect example of this. She took her behind, and I loved it. Okay? I think I might even follow her. I don't know. Into the supermarket, I don't think she had no money in her account. Was in that supermarket shopping, got all the way to the front, and went to pay. And that sucker went through. She was like, it worked. Like, she didn't know what was getting ready to happen because she didn't have the money. She didn't have it. Okay? She had invoices out. She has talked to somebody about paying an invoice, but mind you, she had talked to this person about paying an invoice many times, and they hadn't paid it. She went all the way to the cash out, the cash register, swiped her card, and it said approved. Later on, she found out that one of those invoices had come in. But hear me now. Prior to that, they weren't coming in. So I figured out today, and this goes right along with what I'm saying, what I'm about to say. We get up and decide to go and do something. This is where the fear quotient has got us all. And this is that mundane, magical access I was trying to tell you about. You go to the kitchen to make the sandwich. You pretty much know you got them ingredients in there. You're going to make the sandwich. You go to buy the thing. You get locked in concrete. I don't got the money. She did not allow herself to be locked in concrete that day. It was a social experiment. And I don't know if many other people have done it since. I really am not clear on that. But I know she has become a bit of a manifesting, serious guru over there because of what she said this time. Because people were like, what? Like, how? What? And I'm telling you, it's in the decision and you following through. And you get locked up in that fear of, but I don't have the money. But this is what they're trying to tell you in quantum physics. As long as you see it there, you got it. If you don't see it there, you don't have it. Bashar is telling everyone abundance is the ability to be able to do when you need to do it. That's Bashar. I'm looking at Rosie from the Rosie Life. The I don't have it game is, do you have it or don't you? You have it. But this young lady, I've never heard of a game with her. Nothing. I've never heard of her saying nothing. She just did this. And this is a few years I ran into her account. I don't keep in touch. You know what I mean? I don't keep up on her stuff. Anybody's really, for that matter, because things move over at TikTok so fast. You're lucky if you ever see a person's video again. Okay? You're dropped off in different lagoons over there. But my point to you is, You don't always know where everything is coming and how quickly it's coming in. But if you move off that bad attitude that I mentioned earlier, oh, you don't know. Well, then you said it's going to be that. That's what it's going to be. And that is the part of the fishbowl that human beings are always living in. The controlled fear stasis. If I don't know, if I can't see it, then there is no miracle. There is no faith. There is no. It's not. Faith is real until your money run out. Then people ain't got no faith no more. They got panic. But do you still move then? It's a thought process. So again, as I told you, money is an energy. And it's a little different than, I think, spiritual energy altogether. I think it's in that realm, but I think it walks lock and step with us a lot closer than when we are beseeching an energy to help us. And that's a spirit. When you realize that you are everything, it is about you remembering that most of the time throughout the day. That your source, that your guide. And so there really are no spirits that sit above you that you're going to go put down offerings to any longer. But that is a process, because even once that happens, once you get to that point of enlightenment, you've got these other experiences that you have in your trunk, so to speak, of experiences that remind you these energies actually helped you out at some point in your life. And now that you understand that you were everything, you are all things. What's that look like now? Look a little different. Okay, people. Stick with me. I'll be back. See you later.